Hello, Leo. This is your weekly love reading from May the 14th until the 22nd. This is for anyone who's in a romantic relationship, marriage, a relationship, a situationship, whatever it may be. This is for you, Leo. All right, so let's go ahead and delve into things. I've already shuffled the cards and placed your cards down. All right, so the overall energy for your reading, Leo, is the Four of Cups. I feel like you have these love offers, but at the moment you're just feeling like you want to take a break. You're meditating, you're in your own zone, and you haven't made a decision quite yet on what it is that you want to do. But eventually you'll make a decision. It's just going to take some time, right? But you're not accepting any offers right now. So in the past, Leo, what I'm seeing here is I'm seeing that there was something that broke down, something that was destroyed. I'm seeing a man here or a woman that's an earth sign. Okay, getting a lot of earth energy here. All right, so it feels like this person, there's an earth sign, created the tower energy. Okay, they came in with some destructive energy. They brought something down. They destroyed something. Okay, they created some chaos. And I'm seeing here that either you or your partner, there was a moment of awareness brought in to you or your significant other that you needed to stand your ground. This was the moment here. There was a moment of awareness. And at that moment, you realized, there was a realization that you needed to stand your ground and defend yourself, to take initiative and make a move. Okay, and I feel like this Tower card definitely has something to do with it. Okay, I feel like you have many people against you, that there's some sort of competition that's going on. And this could be competition that has to do with your significant others, family members, friends, someone that surrounds your partner, this individual with this earth energy, okay? It feels like you had to like rise above some form of ignorance. You had to rise above the ignorance, and you had to rise above the chaos. And while many people may not like the decision that you made, you know that it was the right decision. To see the Three of Swords and the Three of Pentacles, there's heartbreak. Definitely some heartbreak. And then above the sword, one of the swords that's piercing the heart, there is this snake. And so definitely some deceptive energy going on. It could be a third party situation. I'm feeling like there's something going on with the family. Okay, where you have others that may not either approve of you, that may not like you, that might be competing with you. Okay, but you're taking a stand, and you're enlightened now. You're aware of who the problem is. You're aware of who the people that you're aware of these people and their intentions towards you. And I'm seeing you walk away from this situation in the past. So it could have been within the last week or so, within the last month. In the recent past, you had to leave. You may have even had to travel to another state, move to another state, go across water to get to new territory here. I'm seeing that there's a possibility that family helped you to get away from this person that you were in a relationship with. You might have friends, family members, somebody that helped you financially to be able to relocate. But I'm definitely getting some third party energy here. So this could have been a third party situation, or somebody else that's like in your business that's creating a lot of chaos. But definitely a breakdown, because we have the Tower card here that surrounds your person. Your person may or may not be an earth sign. This person is financially secure, however. Yeah. So I'm seeing you, Leo, as the Goddess of Cups. Very emotions. You're in your emotions right now. You're in your emotions. I'm seeing that there is gonna be an offer to you this week, but you're not wanting to accept the offer. I'm also seeing that you might need to take some time off from work due to sickness, or just simply being overwhelmed by the circumstances, the situation, the breakup, the separation between you and your partner, the need to take a break and to recuperate mentally and emotionally. All right. This break is going to give you that rejuvenation that you need. This separation is really going to give you the opportunity to think, to be able to process all that has manifested in the last week. And I see you sometime this week moving forward, and any type of confusion that you've experienced, you are either now in the element of moving forward in grace and acceptance, and in your Leo energy, full-fledged, just moving forward as the Chariot here, not allowing any type of obstacles to weigh you down. All right. So this situation was a painful situation, but I see you resting, recuperating, getting your emotions in alignment, getting your thoughts together after a break. After you take this break, after you have the opportunity to really resonate on things, to really put things into perspective. I see you moving forward in power and victory. That's the energy that you're in. That's the element that you're in now. That's the element that I see you moving forward with, Leo. All right, so I see your partner. I see your partner represented here as the Two of Cups and the Seven of Swords. All right. So I feel like, with that being said, that they were the one that was deceptive. I feel like your partner was caught up into some deception with the Seven of Swords, telling half-truths, not being honest. I see that there was a solid relationship between the two of you with the Two of Cups. There was love. There was a relationship. There was a solid relationship, but this person was not being honest. Okay. And that's been revealed. Okay. And the Seven of Swords, the person is wrapped up. This woman is wrapped up in this red dress with a snake. So deceptive and changeable, personalities all over the place. But there's a light that's hanging above her head that's showing that that's been revealed. It's been revealed that there has been half-truths. It's been revealed that there has been lies, and that certain information was kept from you about this particular situation that separated the two of you. All right. And then we have the Daughter of Cups and the Death card. You could be dealing with a water sign. Okay, you could be dealing with a water sign. This Daughter of Cups could represent you as well, and you ending the relationship with the Death card. All right. So they are experiencing this loss. They're experiencing this change and this transformation that has taken place in their lives because of their deception, their disloyalty, and their dishonesty towards you, Leo. And they could be ready to make some changes. They could be ready to make some changes because with the Death card, this particular Death card, the woman, she's draped in a dress that's white and it's in the shape of an ankh. It goes around her neck and around her waist in the shape of an ankh. So lots of change and transformation. There could be some realization that's coming to your significant other about the destruction that they've created within your relationship here. Yeah, the Ten of Pentacles and the Hangman. So there is obviously, your partner is waiting for you to make a decision. There could be some confusion on their part too, especially if there's a third party involved. They do feel like the relationship with you was a very fulfilling one. Lots of financial security. If they're the ones that's financially secure, I see both of you guys being financially secure, but I feel like they wanted to share that with you. There's this sharing of happiness between you guys, that the happiness that was shared between the two of you, the greatness, that financial greatness. I feel like you guys are both well off into your careers. This person is well off into their career or has their own business, something of the sort. They want to share that greatness with you, that success, that status, I feel like the two of you guys are probably that couple that, or were that couple that many people looked up to. Nice car, nice house. Not sure if there is a marriage here or not. I'm not seeing anything that's really representing marriage per se, but that's always a possibility. But if you share a home with this person, it just seems like that you, for them, represented like that one that brought forth completion to what they have, or you guys both bring a certain energy, a certain element to the relationship in which, when brought together, feels very wholesome. And I feel like this person is kind of waiting around to see what's going to manifest. They're waiting around to see whether or not the two of you guys are going to come back together. You have the Goddess of Pentacles here. So I feel like they see you, Leo, as that beautiful, secure, balanced individual, financially secure, really in your element, goddess of earth sort of energy, that motherly vibration. Now, the Hangman could very well be them. There could be confusion on their end, or it could of course, represent them seeing you as being confused yourself. But there's someone's waiting here. I feel like this is your partner. It could be the both of you, but I feel like this is your partner. This is your partner that's waiting here. Suspended in time. They're not really for sure what to do, how to go about the situation, how to get back to you, Leo, how to get back to the place that you guys were in before this separation. All right, in the future, what I'm seeing here is the Devil card and the Wheel of Fortune. So I feel like there's going to be some realization here. I feel like there's an awareness that that there was a lot of toxic energy going on in the relationship, a lot of deception, a lot of twin flame energy going on, and I feel like this could very well be a karmic relationship. Someone may be aware that this is a karmic situation, and or they could be aware, they could come into awareness that you guys were meant to be together, and that the two of you may have even known each other in a previous lifetime and have come back into this realm to clear up karma, to finish up any business that you guys did not finish up in a previous relationship. And I feel like there's this desire to heal. There's this desire to create balance. There's this desire to want to overcome any karmic energy that has you guys bound together. I feel like there is this desire to want to renew, to want to change the outcome of things, to want to heal. I see change, the desire for change and transformation, total change and transformation. Somebody, you or your partner, or the both of you are wanting the dynamic of this relationship to change, where there's no lies, there's no deception. I see the Daughter of Wands here, the Magician, and the Nova, the Universe card. I feel like someone could be doing magic in the future. Someone could be taking some courses, some counseling courses, in order to overcome any type of personal problems that they have. But I see someone definitely manifesting. I see this fiery energy, this healing energy, this manifesting of desires. Let me go ahead and clarify these cards, because there's definitely this strong energy that's coming in here. What is going on with the Daughter of the Wands, Magician, and the Nova, the Universe card here, Spirit? What is being manifested here for my Leo? Okay, someone is trying to heal. Somebody is really working on healing. Somebody is really working to heal that fear, to overcome that, the past. All right. I feel like this is you, Leo, trying to overcome this past of the fear, the fear of the past. The fear of the past. But you're tired. You really are exhausted. You're really working overtime to heal. But it feels like Spirit is just saying that you really need to take a break. You need to rest and recuperate. I see in the future that Leo, that there could be some communication that comes in between you and this person. But I feel like the hurt and the pain from the past is just too much to bear. Yeah, the Eight of Pentacles, Son of Swords, and the Five of Cups. So I feel like there's this communication, but I don't think that you're going to move forward with the situation. I see you still in a state of hurt, or your partner is in a state of hurt. I feel like you still have love for this person this week, but just now is not the time. You're focused on your coins, you're focused on your money and working. And this communication that comes in is, let's see here, let me go ahead and clarify this Son of Swords. This communication that comes in, it's almost like a vicious cycle of the same energy. Okay, you got some cards popping out here. Let's see. At the Hierophant. Yeah, I feel like, let me draw one more card here for you, Leo. Okay, yeah. Yeah, there's a love offer. There's a love offer here. But I feel like you just focused on yourself, Leo. You're focused on healing. You're focused on kind of like almost committing to yourself. I feel like you're in the church possibly this week. You're really delving into your spirituality or something of the sort that has to do with giving back to yourself, healing, overcoming the past. But I definitely see you having a loss of love, and more or less communicating with this person from your past or this person that you're dealing with that you're focused on your bag. I'm focused on my bag. This is what I'm doing. I'm focused on healing myself and committing to the things that will put energy back into myself, that'll put love back into myself, that will more or less bring forth balance to you. I feel like there could be moments of weeping and crying, moments of sadness, and moments of feeling overwhelmed emotionally. But the focus for you, Leo, is just really, again, healing, overcoming the past, balancing your emotions, and focusing on yourself. And I think that's exactly what you should do. Let's go ahead and let me go ahead and get some spiritual guidance from Spirit for my Leo. Spiritual guidance from my Leo this week. Okay. Okay, so you have fermentation, patience, and maturity. Bear with me while I grab my book to read this particular card as your spiritual guidance. Leo, let's see here. All right. Patience is a virtue and extremely powerful to practice as an alchemist. Change doesn't happen overnight. When the fermentation oracle card shows up, it's time to pause and allow the universe to create your soul's purpose. Allow wisdom, time, and maturity to develop around your newfound spiritual goal and identity you are stepping into. This could be signing up for that astrology course, taking an improv class to develop your presence and confidence, or seeking to mentor to help to learn the ropes of a potential career. Soul alignment requires repetition in order for it to become second nature. Fermentation is the chemical breakdown of a substance by bacteria, yeast, and other microorganisms. It is essential for making foods like wine, cheese, kombucha, beer, liquors, kimchi, sauerkraut, and cheese. This is when a substance turns into an entirely different chemical form over a time. A spiritual metaphor for entering higher octaves of consciousness. You have moved past the dark night of the soul and released what no longer serves you. Now is the time to embody your sun and continue to develop it. Like grapes into wine, your soul's gold is growing brighter and stronger through the passage of time. Your light is shining through the darkness. All right, and the second card that you have here is projection, your spiritual gold. All right, let me find this card in my book so that I could read it to you, Leo, as your spiritual guidance. Let's see here. All right. Your spiritual gold. You've reached the end of the rainbow, and the spiritual pot of gold is yours. When the projection oracle card appears, the cosmos want to let you know that abundance, joy, and fulfillment have arrived. You are at the end of an arduous yet empowering journey towards self-acceptance and empowerment. The sun is an esoteric symbol of this time in alchemy, so pay attention to your sun sign in astrology. You are now aligning with this power. Your shadow is projected back to you when you cast it out to others, but so is your light when you go through the alchemical process and embody it. This is the final gate in the alchemical magnum opus, where you have released shadow projections and you are emanating out your spiritual gold easily and effortlessly. You are now fully aligned with your higher self and fully embodying your life path. You've achieved the Philosopher's Stone and are able to use it to transform the world around you. Okay, so that's what the Magician, the Nova Universe card is. Those two combined with the Daughter of Wands. Okay, you're in your element. All right, you are glowing. Your soul's essence is shining brightly, attracting abundance, joy, and love. I'm going to grab my other deck because I want to give you some further spiritual guidance here in reference to your situation. Spiritual guidance for my Leo, Spirit Queen, spiritual guidance for my Leo. Okay, so this last card says, Inner compass, trust your instincts to lead you in the right direction, Leo. All right. Trust your instincts to lead you in the right direction and take as much time as you need. I don't feel like this is a total separation from the person that you separated from mentally, emotionally, or even physically for that matter. But I definitely do feel like this is a time for you to heal and overcome the trauma that this person has caused you. And this is a time for this person to come into their realization of what they need to do to be a better person as well. Because I feel like they're on a healing path. They're on a healing path, but this person has deceived you, and that's something that you have to take into consideration when you determine whether or not you want to come back into unity with this person. So that is your reading, Leo. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that the messages gave you clarity and will help to guide you in the correct direction. You guys stay blessed, stay well, and namaste.